Hello, this is Alicia Metter, the Economic Development Manager with the City of Lynchburg, and I am here with Miss Fleming Naff. Would you like to introduce yourself and introduce why you're here, why we're talking to you this week?
My name is Fleming Naff. I am owner and operator of BodyWorks Day Spa and Salon.
And we are talking to Ms. Naff because today and this week is National Women in Business Week. And you have been in business since 1984, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Ms. Naff has a very interesting story of how she came to be in business in Lynchburg. And I think it's a story of not only ingenuity, but resilience. And we just wanted you to share a little bit about how you came to set up business here and what that's looked like for you.
The Naff family was born and raised and always been here, with the exception of few that have left and gone into other cities, and everybody in the family has always been self-employed. BodyWorks was actually my sister's brainchild. She was a massage therapist working in our sister-in-law's, ex-sister-in-law's salon doing massage. She opened in 1984, and I immediately came to work for her. Within about 5 years, she migrated to Northern Virginia and has a small spa up there. And I bought BodyWorks from her. When we began, of course, business license with the city of Lynchburg is necessary. And we filed for a license to do business in the city of Lynchburg and were denied.
Okay. And why were you denied?
Well, at that time, Roanoke, Virginia had massage, and what I don't know exactly how to phrase it, except that at the time they were called massage parlors. And we were seeking a opportunity for women in Lynchburg to have a place to relax, to get services, spa services in a spa atmosphere. And we did not do hair at that time. So we were the first to try to get a license, but we were refused the license and had to go before city council to try to get that license.
Okay, and what did that process look like for you?
Well, we had a lot of women in our area. We began on Old Forest Road and then had 2 locations, one in Boonesboro Shopping Center, where we currently are for the bulk of the years of our history. And the one on Old Forest Road, we closed later, but we had clients from all over the city and out. And they actually were petitioning with us and for us, because there was no such thing, not only in the city of Lynchburg, but in the state, there was no licenses for spa. It was only for hair salons. So we were trying to establish a safe and comfortable place for women to enjoy and to seek services that were beneficial for wellness, and got to take care of the women in the family so the families will be whole.
Right. And you were sharing too, at the time, the only place that men could get any sort of massage service in Lynchburg was at the Y?
Yes, in 1984, the only person who could get a massage would be a man, but you had to be a member of the Men's Y downtown. And in 1984, the Women's Y and the Men's Y were not co-ed. So we were unable to go as women to the Men's Y, and you had to be a member to get that massage. And it was an elderly gentleman that did massage on members only. So there was absolutely no option for women except for what they call then beauty salons. And there were no services like this except nails being done in the corner of the salons.
Wow. So once you petitioned city council, it was approved.
Yes.
And then how long afterward were you able to open your business?
Well, it was very shortly thereafter, because we were in process, and we opened up in a small location on Old Forest Road. And, you know, it was exciting for us because Channel 10, 7, and 13 arrived at the council meeting, because I think they thought that they actually had a story, when in reality the story was that they came to our location with cameras, and we were painting nails, doing feet, doing facials, and doing massage, which we still do, among many other things, many other things, because we now have a full service hair salon and we do everything. Our location is designed so our spa's on one side of the hall and our salon's on the other. So you'd never come in to get a massage and hear or see or smell the sounds of a hair salon. So they're broken in 2 locations under the same roof as you pass through the same door.
That is smart. What was the reception after, you had to go to city council, you had to apply to get a license. You said the state actually licensed you under cosmetology for a while because they didn't even have a category.
Right.
So what was the response in the community after the publicity of it and everything? How did that go? Was it?
It was really nice. I mean, we got calls from everywhere. We served not only city and all different parts of the city, it was county. I had a special interest in body work as well as, and I became licensed to do nails. At the time, there was no license for nails required. And I became a teacher as well. But I loved artificial nails. And at the time, we hand sculpted all of our nails with a metal form and made them all with a brush instead of tips. And the tips came later in the
Wow.
industry. We also, mine were always hand done. I never used a machine. And I had people waiting 4 to 6 weeks to get appointments with me to do nails.
Wow.
And when I sculpted them, they were absolutely beautiful. They look like your own nails. That has become such a bloom. We watched businesses in Lynchburg show up and bloom, and the industry, of course, has grown in a enormous capacity. The only way we could even get products would be go to hair shows all over the state, but there was no designated nail show, and there were only nail supplies in few small booths in your hair shows, because there was really no such thing as nail technicians. There was no license for nail technicians, which we fought to create and support the state in causing a safer atmosphere for someone to get nails done, as well as many other services that weren't licensed at the time in 1984.
Wow. So you've been really involved, in the whole process. It sounds like you have, in essence, paved the way for a lot of the businesses now in Lynchburg. You can go all over the city and go get your nails done, or you could go, there's multiple places to get a massage. And that wouldn't have been possible prior to you going to council.
No, not at all. And, again, and we always knew back then there was no internet, there was no fax machine, there was no communication except your landline. And we were excited about call waiting because you catch 2 calls at the same time.
Yeah.
It was interesting because we would have people calling prices and we kind of knew when others were going to open. But your city needs to grow, and we saw them come along as they came along. And now, there's national chains, of course.
Right.
All over. But I have employees of 16 and 18 years.
Wow.
And more that are still here, that are excellent, that we're grateful that the city supports and still loves and wants to see them and wants to spend time with them. And these girls take they take an amazing attitude towards caring for our clients.
Yeah. And that makes a huge difference. And
it does make a difference in your end result.
Yes, yeah. It does. Yeah. And we love our small businesses and we love our local businesses. And especially now, I don't know how you guys have been impacted this year, but I think our small local businesses have taken the biggest toll,
Yes, we have. We really have. The numbers are, you close for 2.5 months. And then you have the fear of, can I come? Shall I come? With hair, people were dying to get back in. Some have not returned. But with hair, it's one thing during the Great Depression that survived was this industry because people wanted to feel better. So we have worked extremely hard to make sure, and have had lots of compliments about cleanliness and safety. I spent a lot of time in research and got HEPA 13 grade dual filters in a system that changes the air in the salon and spa every 15 minutes.
Wow,
and
that's great.
If you walk next to it, and the numbers will go up on the machine based on what it picks up, and then it'll settle it out and calm it back down. So we are grateful that people have said, I feel so good in here and I feel so safe. But we completely painted from end to end this salon, and half of our equipment's in the back, and we're doing the right things, is spacing and not letting too many people in and blocking off chairs. I took all of my reception chairs out.
Yeah.
I've got a girl that comes in and completely, every time somebody gets out of a chair, she sanitizes it.
Wow. It sounds like you guys have really gone the extra mile with precautions, which I know
Well, it's a personal business and it's touch and it's important. It's really important. We both feel comfortable.
Yes, exactly. And are you open back to normal hours now?
We are available, but we're seeing a real decline in the traffic. So we're actually, our voicemail is stating the hours that we will be open based on the bookings.
Okay.
Because we used to be 9 to 8, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to 3.
Okay.
You know, of course, your Saturdays stay busy, but we're afternoon to nights now instead of that 9 in the morning. So it has really affected our traffic flow considerably.
Okay. Well, hopefully as time goes on, we'll see that uptick again soon.
I hope so. I hope so.
One last question for you. If you were to talk to a local young woman who maybe wanted to start her own business or has just started out, what kind of advice would you give?
Depending on your goal, your desire, the area that you want to go into, I would seek tons of information. I would get all the education that I could. I would trust my intuition. I would use the facilities of the city, find out about your licenses and have them help you decide what's necessary. I would make sure that you have the insurance and the product in the place. Don't ever let anybody bring you down in respect of that. Keep your eyes on the prize and make certain that if you feel like that it's not possible, never give up your dream. Get help. You know, ask for help. There's plenty of help, plenty of people willing. I encourage, especially students, when you get frustrated, ask for help. If that doesn't work out for you, just don't give up. Take a break from your thought process. And I tell kids all the time, keep your eye on the prize. It's really important.
Yes.
Don't give up. Just don't give up, because if it's truly your passion, it will be. Will be. I have 4 daughters that went to college, and I told them, even if it's finger painting and they offer it and you're inclined to do so, do it, because it will matter. Everything you do matters later. You know, and I've got 4 very successful daughters, doctors and PhDs, and, you know, all degreed and all doing something they love. So I would say to any young person, and especially vocational, our business is considered that, you know. So to me, find good teachers, ask for help, and don't give up. Never give up.
I think that's excellent advice.
Yes.
And I think your daughters had a good example of someone who didn't give up, you know, and push through what you needed to get it done. So,
well, my father raised me to believe that I could do anything. And he used to say that all you've got to do is want to do it badly enough and do what's necessary. And so if you're willing to do that necessary part, you'll get there.
Yep.
You might hit a bump or two during on the way, but you'll get there. That's for sure.
Yep. That's great advice.
I love to see women in business too. That doesn't discount our men, but I love to see women in business. It's great.
That's right. And it's okay. We can have a little time to shine. Not a bad thing.
Yes, we can. I think this shopping center is about 85 or maybe 90% business-owned businesses in Boonesboro Shopping Center too.
That's fantastic.
But you would know better about the statistics in Lynchburg about women-owned businesses, and I think it's wonderful.
They are steadily increasing, which is exciting.
Good.
And really fun to see, for sure.
Good.
So, well, thank you.
Nothing like us, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for talking with us today.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoyed it. I appreciate the opportunity, and look forward to seeing how we can grow in the city, and hopefully this virus will let us all get back to a better capacity.
We are all in agreement there, and I think I'm excited to see where we go. I think we're going to come out stronger. We're going to have a lot of really resilient, adaptive businesses that come out of this.
I hope so. And I hate to see one close, and I'm proud of those that make it, and hope we all can stay there and we don't lose any more.
Agreed.
everybody starts one on a dream and wants it to grow just like a child. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that everybody's children will stay well, literally and otherwise,
Yes,
and
exactly.
grow up and be great.
Yes. Physical children and business children.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to talk. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye.